Hey there! Didn't see you there. Sorry about that. I was just playing guitar for a little bit, trying to get out of the percussion mindset for a little bit. Ever since we started online learning a few weeks ago, I've noticed that some of you have been on top of your work every single time we post assignments. For others, I haven't seen anything from you yet. So, I've wrote a song for all of you, and this is dedicated to all the students who have yet to turn in any of their homework assignments. Why? All right, so all jokes aside, make sure you guys are submitting your assignments into Google Classroom. This week, your assignment is to play letter C from the Drumline warm-up. Some of you may look at that time signature and be like, what is this? It's 7/8. Just think, there are only 7/8 notes in the measure. So instead of going 1-te, 2-te, 3-te, 4-te, you would maybe have to count it in a different way. I made sure to group up the eighth notes in a way where it's easy for you guys to understand, from accents to taps. The very first line is what we call line A from letter C. So line A has two sets of eighth notes, an accent and a tap, and then an accent and a tap. And then it has a set of 3 eighth notes with an accent and a tap and a tap. All right? So to count the first measure, it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Understand? Line B is the same thing as the first line, except it's switched. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get it? The third line, or line C from C, is 7 accents and 7 taps, one right after another. So to count that, we usually just count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and. Get it? So it looks a little daunting at first, but you realize that there's only 7 accents on each hand and 7 taps on each hand. So as soon as you do the accent tap 7 times, switch hands. And line D is back in 4/4, but you have to count it with the same groupings. So to count line D would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This exercise utilizes all 4 of your strokes. The very first note you play is a downstroke, and then we have an upstroke right after that. We have a tap in the middle of the groupings of 3, and then we have legato strokes at the very end of line D with those 4 accents. Okay, make sure you guys are practicing every single day. If you guys need any help, my Zoom times are still 9:30 to 10:30 in the mornings, and then 3 to 4 in the afternoons. So get on there, ask a question, hang out, play drums with me for a little bit. Oh yeah, before I forget, make sure that if you're auditioning for the Drumline next year, you're coming to our Drumline camps. Those are on Tuesdays, so if you're auditioning for a snare or tenor spot, make sure that you're coming from 4:30 to 5:15, or if you're auditioning for bass drums, come from 5:15 to 6 o'clock. Make sure you have a pair of sticks, a pad, and a place to stand up while you play, because we're gonna be marking time with a metronome that I have in my office. If you guys have any other questions, or your parents do, please go ahead and shoot me an email or shoot me a message on Google Classroom, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!